Good morning, one and all, and welcome back for those who were here yesterday. Band of Barbells for the female lifters, 76. After we've got the gentlemen coming out, they can do. Lifting is scheduled to start almost immediately. We seem to have the referees in place. The spotter loaders are in place. There are some beautiful Eleiko competition calibrated plates loaded on that stiff powerlifting barbell. We're just waiting a couple of seconds for a few technical issues to be sorted out before we get going. Our first lifter up will be Jody Church, who represents Back Alley Barbell from downtown Toronto. And once we get the word on that, we will get the ball rolling.
All right, Rumble, we are getting started with March Madness Day 2. Flight E, the bar is loaded for Jody.
And here we go. We are off to the races. Our first lifter, Jody Church, is coming out. She has 85 kilos loaded on the bar. There we go. That's our first lift of the day. We're off to a good start. 3 white lights for Jody. And our next lifter coming out is Ashley. She'll be taking 92.5 kilograms for a spin in just a few moments. She's a master 184 plus kilo lifter.
Bar is loaded for Ashley.
And here comes Ashley, wearing that SBD full-length singlet, which is a little bit of fun for those who follow the IPF rulebook. The 2025 rulebook was just released, in which they have decided that lifters may wear knee sleeves with those full-length singlets, as Ashley was doing. That's a good lift for Ashley. 3 white lights. We're 2 for 2 off the start. 6 white lights so far. That's what we like to see bright and early in the morning. Prisma is coming out next for her first squat attempt. She's an 84 plus open lifter, 97.5 beautiful metric kilograms loaded on the bar. Eagle-eyed fans of powerlifting in the Greater Toronto area might recognize her handler over in the coach's box. That's Jolyn Taylor, of course. Sinks it in. Gets the rack command, and 3 white lights. Another good opener. 3 for 3 off the start. Hopefully we can keep this momentum going. Haley is next, representing the Strength Collective. She's also an open 84 kilo lifter, 125 kilos being loaded on the bar. And that is a good lift for Hallie. She's got 2 white lights, 1 red light from the center referee with a red card violation for depth. But of course, 2 white lights is good enough to get a good lift, and so that will go on the board as a successful attempt. Jennifer is coming out next, also 125 kilos loaded on the bar. She's an open 84 plus lifter. And once again, that is a 2-1 successful lift. Left side referee giving a red card violation for depth, but 2 white lights is good enough to get a good lift, and so she will carry on to round number 2. Vrinda is coming out 127.5 kilos loaded on the bar. She's an open 84 plus lifter. And that is a good lift. 3 white lights for Vrinda.
Mariah on deck and Isabel double.
Next lifter up is Ayla LaBelle representing Back Alley Barbell Downtown. 130 kilograms being loaded on the bar for Ayla. And that is a good lift for Ayla. She's an open 76 kilo lifter. We are off to a fantastic start, ladies and gents. Lots of green fill on the old Lifting Cast scoreboard app in the first round of the squat competition here at March Madness. Mariah is coming out next. She's a 76 kilo open class lifter, 150 beautiful metric kilograms loaded on the bar for Mariah. Sinks it in, stands up with it. Referees say, oh, 2-1 against, no lift, unfortunately. We've got 2 blue card violations on the squat. So for those who may be new to the competitive aspects of powerlifting, of course there's the white light versus red light. White light indicates a good lift, red light indicates that the lift does not pass. But in addition to the red light, you'll notice a little card, we call it a card, underneath the red light. It will be either red, yellow, or blue, which indicates, at least to a close approximation, the reason that the referee has decided that the lift did not pass. A blue card would be any downward movement of the whole of the bar, or failure, sorry, that's for the wrong lift, failure to assume an upright position with the knees locked at the commencement or completion, or double bouncing or any downward movement. So Mariah had some difficulty with one of those 2 issues. Isabel coming out and successfully taking her opener for a ride, which brings us to the bottom of the order. And back up to the top we go to Jody, who's having 90 kilograms loaded on the bar. Isabel was lifting 155 kilos.
Bar is loaded for Jody.
And here comes Jody, 90 kilos on the bar for her second attempt. Ooh, unfortunately, a little misgroove bouncing out of the bottom, so that will be no lift. I do believe that she will come out probably taking the same weight again, and she does have that in the tank. It did look like a little bit of nerves, perhaps, and a little bit of just a misgroove coming out of the hole. So she'll come out for her third attempt, and I'm feeling quite confident that she'll be able to sink that one in. Ashley is coming out next. She's a Masters 184 plus kilo lifter, 97.5 kilograms loaded on the bar for Ashley. we go. Stands up with it. And is duly rewarded with 3 white lights for a good lift. She's gone 2 for 2 off the hop. 4+ kilo lifter. She has requested 110 kilos be loaded on the bar for her second attempt. That is a 12.5 kilo increase over her successful opener. And that is a good lift for Prisma. Hallie is coming out next, representing the Strength Collective. She's an open 84 kilo lifter. 130 kilograms being loaded on the bar for her. That is a 5 kilo jump over her successful opener. Sinks it in, stands up with it. Let's see what the referees say. And unfortunately, if I'm honest, I had a suspicion that that might not have been deep enough. 3 red lights, each accompanied by a red card violation. The red card violation for squat indicates a failure to achieve sufficient depth. Sufficient depth, of course, in the International Powerlifting Federation is a situation where you must bend the knees and lower body until the top surface of the legs at the hip joint is lower than the top of the knees. Jennifer is out here now. She's an open 84 plus lifter, 132.5 kilos on the bar, and that is a successful lift. 3 white lights for her. So Jennifer goes 2 for 2. Ayla will join us shortly. 135 kilos on the bar. That's a 5 kilo jump over her successful opener at 130 kilos. There we go. Stands up with it. That seemed like she was relatively unbothered by that 135 kilos on the bar. 3 white lights, and Ayla goes 2 for 2 to begin her campaign here on day 2 of March Madness. Vrinda is coming out, taking a 10 kilo jump over her successful opener. She's an open 84 plus lifter. 137.5 kilos are loaded on the bar. Nice. 2-1. That is good enough. 1 red card violation from the left side referee for depth, but 2 white lights is all that you need to get a good lift. And so Vrinda has added 10 kilos to her total moving forward. Mariah is next. 162.5 kilos are loaded on the bar. That is a 12.5 kilo jump over her opener, which was unfortunately unsuccessful. So a little bit of a risky play here to get the day started, but I'm confident that she can sink this one in once she arrives out here on the platform. Remembering her last lift was a blue card violation from 2 of the referees, which is often for simply just not locking your knees. So that is a relatively easy technical fix. So let's see that she can address that. She's unbothered by the weight. And it's 2-1 in favor this time. Still getting tagged with one blue card violation from the left side referee, but 2 white lights is all that you need. So a little bit of a medium risk, medium reward there on going up 12.5 kilos after an unsuccessful opener. But if it works out, then it's crazy like a fox, right? Here comes Isabel, 162.5 kilos loaded on the bar. That's a 7.5 kilo increase over her successful opener at 155. Izzo is competing under the banner of adaptive strength. We see Ian Seguin over there in the coach's box. And 3 white lights for Izzo. Good lift at 162.5. That brings us back to the top of the order in the first flight of the first session of day 2 here at Band of Barbells March Madness, the first Band of Barbells OPA meet of the 2025 season. Assuming things go to plan, they will have 3 more OPA sanctioned meets here at Band of Barbells in beautiful Scarborough, Ontario. And here comes Jody Church, representing Back Alley Barbell from downtown, beautiful Toronto. She misgrooved her second attempt at 90 kilos, has elected to retake it the same weight, which I tend to believe is the wise, low-risk play. I'm confident she's going to get this. I think it might have just been a little bit of nerves, a little bit early in the morning, a little bit of a misgroove. Who among us has not done that at some point in their powerlifting journey? So let's send some good vibes out to Jody, and I'm sure she's going to sink this one in. There we go. Good fight. Elevator makes it to the top floor. Duly rewarded with 3 white lights. Well done, Jodes. And Ashley is coming up next. 105 kilos being loaded on the bar. That is a 7.5 kilo jump over her successful second. She took only a 5 kilo jump between her opener and her second, so a little bit of an increase in the increase. But she must be feeling confident, so 105 kilos on the bar. Being handled, of course, by OPA President Garrett Bentley, who quite arguably the most experienced coach in the country, so any load decisions, I'm sure, are being well made. All right, stands up with it. Let's just see what the referees have to say here. 2-1. That is good enough. A red card violation for depth from the right side referee, but that will be a good lift.
Going up to 115 kilos for Prisma.
Prisma is coming out next. 115 kilos loaded on the bar. She's 2 for 2 thus far, and this is a 5 kilo jump over her successful second squat. And that is after she took a 12.5 kilo jump between her opener and her second.
All right, the bar is now loaded. Let's make some noise for Prisma.
Take your time, take your time.
Like a box or something that we could put this on.
Push, push, push. Silver.
Easy third attempt for Hal. Ayla is next to around deck and Brenda in the hole.
Be adjusted. Be adjusted. Be adjusted.
Bar is loaded for Ayla. Easy work there. Good on the left. 3 on Jennifer is up next. Brenda on deck and Isabel in the hole.
Next up, we have Jennifer, also taking 142.5 kilos for her third attempt. This is a 10-kilo jump over her second after taking a 7.5-kilo jump between her opener to her second. Nice. Very happy with that. Let's just confirm. And 2-1 with a blue card violation from the right side. And I like to say this is the spotter loader's favorite when you have 3 lifters in a row all taking the same weight. Don't have to worry about loading or unloading any plates. Brenda here also taking 142.5. That's a 5-kilo jump over her second after taking a 10-kilo jump between her first to her second. She's 2 for 2 thus far. There we go. Slow and steady. Elevator makes it to the top floor. Let's see what the referees say. 2-1. Blue card violation again on the right side, but 2 white lights is good enough. Izzo is coming out next. 170 kilos loaded on the bar for Isabel. Open 76-kilo lifter representing adaptive strength. And that is a good lift for Izzo at 170 kilos. She's 3 for 3 to get the day started. We have Mariah coming out. Last squat of the E flight. We will move immediately into flight F right after this lift. Mariah is attempting 175 kilos. That's a 12.5 kilo jump over her successful second. There we go. Good fight. Elevator makes it to the top floor. Referees say 2-1. Blue card violation still from the left side referee, but 2 white lights is good enough. That brings us to the end of the E flight. We will slide right on into the F flight. These lifters will take all 3 of their squats. Then we'll have a short pause for a good cause and move into the bench press event with flight E. Then flight F will take their benches, and then finally we repeat the process for deadlifts, where all of flight E will take all 3 of their lifts, followed by all of flight F. This is Vincent coming out, taking his opening squat. He's an open 83-kilo lifter, 155 beautiful metric kilograms in those Eleiko competition calibrated plates have been loaded on the bar. There we go. Sits down to the imaginary chair, stands up with it, and duly rewarded with 3 white lights for a nice smooth opener. Next up is Tommy, representing Peel Powerhouse, also an open 83 kilo lifter, 160 kilos being loaded on the bar.
Bar is loaded for Tommy.
There we go. Very smooth, very businesslike, and very well rewarded with 3 white lights. That's a good lift for Tommy to get the ball rolling. Jordan is coming out next, representing Team Momentum, open 83 kilo lifter, 165 kg loaded on the bar. Minor emergency averted on the platform there. Early in the morning, everybody just needs to get a little bit more caffeine into their system to get the old engine running as it should. But everything is humming along now, and we'll have Jordan out here in just a moment as he makes his way out. Nice smooth looking opener. Referees say 3 white lights, and Jordan is on the board. Wei Ming is coming up next, also 165 kilos loaded on the bar, which will keep our spotter loaders happy. Oh, Wei Ming stands up with it. 3 white lights. That is a good lift. Seth is coming out next. 172.5 kilos being loaded on the bar. He's an open 74 kilo class lifter. So I have, my supervisor has just informed me that there's some comments and questions coming in on the chat on the YouTube. But one viewer has asked us if we will have bench press today or is it just squat. So this is how the competitive side of things work. When you have a lot of lifters in a meet, you're not allowed to have more than 14 lifters in a flight. So we break all of the lifters into 2 flights. What will happen is the first flight, the ladies that just went, they will take all of their squats, all 3 rounds. Then the second flight, which is what we're looking at now with Seth, they will take all 3 of their squats. We will have a 10-minute break after these lifters take all of their squats. Then we will move into the bench press event. Flight E will take all 3 of their bench press. Flight F will then take all 3 of their bench press. We'll have another short break, and then we'll get into the deadlift event, and the same protocol will apply, where Flight E will take all 3 of their lifts, and then Flight F takes all 3 of theirs. So this is indeed a 3-lift kind of day here at Band of Barbells March Madness. Seth was successful at 172.5 kilos. We now have Jordan out here. He's an open 83, taking 182.5 kilos for a spin. Very smooth, very businesslike, and duly rewarded 2-1. Left side referee awarding a blue card violation, but 2 white lights is good enough for a good lift, and so Jordan will carry on with his day with 182.5 added to his total. Philip is coming out next. He's an open 74 kilo class lifter. 185 beautiful metric kilograms are loaded on the bar for him. There we go, sinks it in nice and deep, stands up with it. 3 white lights, well done, Philip. Boris is coming up next. 195 kilos are being loaded on the bar. He's an open 74 kilo class lifter. There we go. Boris walks it out. Bit of a high bar position there. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, of course. Just does tend to be the case in powerlifting that lifters elect to take a bit more of a low bar position. And Boris, with an intense gaze at our chief referee, stands up with it. 3 white lights, and that's a good opener for Boris. Ricky is coming up next. He's an open 74 kilo class lifter, and we have arrived at the Double Century Club. 200 beautiful metric kilograms being loaded on the bar.
Bar is loaded for Ricky.
And here comes Ricky. Let's see what he can do with 200 kilos. Little fist bump for our hard-working spotter loaders up there. Get that good mojo happening. Now, for some of our viewers out there in YouTube land who might be new to the competitive aspects of powerlifting, you can see on the screen that our referees, there are 3 of them. They're the people wearing the blue jackets who all have their hands up in the air and just lowered their arms. The chief referee is in fact giving commands. The lifters must follow those commands. The squat has 2 commands, which are squat and rack. Ricky has, of course, satisfied those commands with 3 white lights. But it is important to remember that if you jump any of those commands, even if you successfully execute the lift, but if you jump the squat command by beginning the descent before the chief referee gives you that squat command, you will fail that lift. So one of those things that's important for new lifters, particularly if you're going into your first meet, is often to practice lifting with commands, to just gain that familiarity, to sort of grease the groove, as they say, to make sure that you're ready on the day. Kirit is coming out next, 205 kilos loaded on the bar. He's representing Afterburn Barbell Club. And we actually have an equipped lifter here. You'll notice if you look at his knees, he is wearing knee wraps rather than knee sleeves. And then perhaps a little harder to be able to tell is that the singlet he is wearing is a single ply singlet as opposed to just the sort of standard what we call raw or unequipped singlet that all of our other lifters have been wearing. So he stands up with it. Let's just see what the referees have to say about that. And that was my concern. 2-1 against both of the side referees, indicating that they felt he did not achieve sufficient depth. So we'll keep an eye on him for his second lift. But moving on, we've got Tyler coming out. 210 beautiful metric kilos loaded on the bar. He's an open 83 kilo lifter representing our host club, the mighty band of Barbells, out here in spectacular Scarborough, Ontario. There we go. That's my kind of lifter. Bringing the heat, bringing the intensity, getting tight, getting familiar with that barbell on his back. There we go. A decisive walkout. Waiting for that squat command, which has been given by our chief referee, Sarah Bento de Souza. Sits down to the imaginary chair, stands up with it, and is duly rewarded with 2 white lights. Right side referee indicating a concern with the depth of that squat, but 2-1 is good enough. Nahit is next. He's a raw, open 74 kilo lifter, attempting 215 beautiful metric kilograms for his opening squat here on day 2 of the Band of Barbells March Madness Ontario Powerlifting Association powerlifting meet. There we go. Sits down, stands up. Let's just see what the referees have to say. 3 white lights. And Nahit is on the board with 215 kilos for his opener. Elliot is coming out next. Open 83 kilo class lifter. 232.5 kilograms loaded on the bar. This is the last lift of the first round of squats in Flight F. We will return to the top of the order after Elliot attempts 232.5. In case anybody's wondering, why are we in the F flight when this is only the second flight of the day? The way Lifting Cast accounts for the various flights is over the entirety of the meet. So yesterday we had flights A and B in the morning, followed by C and D in the afternoon. So today, in the first session of day 2, we have flights E followed by F. 3 white lights for Elliot. That is a good opening lift for him. Here we go. Top of the order. Vincent is going to come out in a moment, taking 165 kilos for a ride. That will be a 10 kilogram increment over his successful opener.
Is loaded for Vincent.
There we go, walks it out, receives the squat command, big brace. Sinks it in, stands up, seemed relatively unbothered by that 165 kilos on the bar. 3 white lights, that is a good lift for Vincent. He goes 2 for 2 to start the day. Tommy will be coming out next, representing Peel Powerhouse. He's also an open 83 kilo lifter, 170 kilos being loaded on the bar. There we go. That seemed relatively smooth, and he is duly rewarded with 3 white lights. Tommy goes 2 for 2 to begin his campaign, and we will shortly be joined by Jordan, taking 170 kilos for a ride. He opened successfully at 165 kilos just a few short minutes ago. He's representing Team Momentum as an open 83 kilo class lifter. All right. Sits down, stands up. Let's just see what the referees have to say. And 2-1, good enough. Blue card violation from the right side referee, which I believe is for soft knees at the commencement of the lift. But as always, 2 white lights is enough to carry the day, so that will be a good second attempt for Jordan. Wei Ming is coming out next. Open 83 kilo lifter, 175 kilos loaded on the bar. There we go. Stands up. Bar is racked. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, and that is a good lift for Wei Ming. Seth is coming out next. He's an open 74 kilo lifter, taking his second attempt at 190 kilograms. That is a 17.5 kilo increase over his successful opener. Walks out to the platform, steely gaze of determination, getting under the bar, getting that bar nice and tight on the upper back, begins his walkout. That's a nice smooth looking squat there. 3 white lights, no surprises. Well done, Seth. Jordan's coming out now. 83 kilo lifter, 195 keys going on the bar for him. That's a 12.5 kilo jump over his successful opener. Bar is loaded. Here comes Jordan. There we go. Drives it up. Let's just see what the referees have to say. 2 white lights. That's good enough for a good lift for Jordan. 1 red card violation for depth from the right side referee. Philip is coming out next. He's an open 74 kilo class lifter, taking his second attempt. 195 kilos loaded on the bar. That's a 10 kilo jump over his successful opener. There we go. Stands up.
Strong second attempt.
Yeah, waiting for the hamster that's running on a wheel running the Wi-Fi. And there we go. 3 white lights for Philip. That is good. Boris Lee is coming out next. 200 kilos being loaded on the bar. That's a 5-kilo jump over his successful opener. Nice methodical setup, making sure everything is as it should be. That sort of consistent pre-lift ritual is often very important. All right, squat command given. Oh, nope. Good catch by our spotter loaders there.
Good try, Boris. Thank you for staying with the bar. Thank you, spotters and loaders.
So,
Ricky is up next.
a little bit much there. Might have just been a misgroove. We'll see if he can come out and take that again on his third attempt. But next up will be Ricky coming out. 210 kilos being loaded on the bar. That's a 10-kilo jump over his successful opener.
Bar is loaded for Ricky.
There we go, getting that positive mojo going with the platform crew. There we go. Stands up with it. Let's just confirm.
That was a smooth second.
3 white lights for Ricky. Good second attempt there.
Garrett is up next.
Now here comes Kirit.
And he is
He's our equipped lifter today, representing Afterburn Barbell Club from just up the road in Scarborough, Ontario. Now, he missed his opener on depth.
bar is
Has elected to go up 5 kilograms anyway. The weight didn't seem to be the problem. It just is sometimes a little difficult to sink it in to proper depth in the equipped side of powerlifting. Those knee wraps and single ply singlet create almost something like an exoskeleton that really provides a lot of elasticity that wants to bounce you back up out of the hole, but it can sometimes be a little bit difficult to achieve depth where you almost need more weight on your back to hit the depth. So let's see what he can do here. Smooth descent, methodical, starts to stand up with it. There you go, locks it out. Let's just see what the referees have to say. And 3 white lights, redemption has been achieved. He is on the board with 210 kilos. Well done, sir. Tyler is coming out. 225 beautiful kilograms going on the bar. 4 shiny red Alico calibrated plates. This is a 15-kilogram jump over his successful opener.
bar is loaded for Tyler.
There we go. Stands up with it. 3 white lights. That's a good lift for Tyler, representing the home club band of Barbells. And we have now determined at what point the spotter loaders will go from 3 to 5 spotters. Apparently that number is 225 kilos today. Nahit is coming out next. 227.5 kilos loaded on the bar for this open 74 kilo class lifter. All right. Sits down to the imaginary chair, stands up. Let's just see what the referees say. 3 white lights. And that is a good lift for Nahit. Here comes Elliot, taking a 12.5 kilo jump up to 245 kilos for his second attempt. He's an open 83 kilo class lifter.
Bar is loaded for Elliot.
There we go. Nice and deep, stands up with it. Let's just confirm. 3 white lights from the referees. And Elliot is 2 for 2 to get his campaign started here at Band of Barbells March Madness. We are going into the 3rd round of squats in the F flight of the morning session. Vincent is going to be coming out. 175 kilos being loaded on the bar. This is another 10 kilo jump. Over his second, he took a 10 kilo jump between his opener to his second, and he is 2 for 2 thus far on the day as an open 83 kilo class lifter. There we go, stands up with it, and is duly rewarded with 3 white lights. Vincent starts his day 3 for 3, and we will move on to Tommy. 177.5 kilos being loaded on the bar. That's a 7.5 kilo jump over his successful second lift. He opened at 160. He's 2 for 2 thus far. 83 kilo lifter representing the Peel Powerhouse. There we go, very calm, very businesslike, and very happy with a 3 white light result for Tommy. 3 for 3 to start his day. Wei Ming is coming up next. Open 83 kilo class lifter, 180 kilos being loaded on the bar. That is a 5 kilo jump over his successful second. He opened at 165. Drive. Oh, the elevator just got stuck somewhere around about the 4th or 5th floor. A good effort, just not quite there today, unfortunately, but that was a good catch by our spotter loader team. He'll go 2 for 3, and we'll see him back here in a few short minutes for the bench press event. Jordan is coming out next, representing Team Momentum. 182.5 being loaded on the bar. He is 2 for 2 thus far. This is a 7.5 kilo jump over his second attempt. Nice, stands up with it. Let's just confirm. And that is the result we were seeking. 3 white lights for Jordan, and he begins his day going 3 for 3. We have Jordan 2.0, Jordan Crooks now coming out. Also an open 83 kilo lifter, 200 kilos loaded on the bar. This is a 5 kilo jump over his second. And we are officially into what I like to call the spotter loader's favorite. We have 3 lifters in a row, all taking the same weight of 200 kilos. So, of course, the plates will not need to be loaded or unloaded. They might just have to change the rack heights and, of course, tighten those beautiful competition collars. There we go. Stands up. Steely determination. 3 white lights. That is a good lift for both of our Jordans on round 3 of the squad event here at Band of Barbells March Madness. Boris Lee coming out now. Open 74 kilo lifter, 200 kilos on the bar. I absolutely love this methodical setup, making sure everything is as it ought to be, making this squat look like all of the squats done in training. Consistency is key. Unracks with that high bar squat position, awaits the squat command from our chief referee. There we go, command is given. Big brace. Oh, just looked like a little bit of a misgroove bouncing out of the hole. Maybe got back on his heels a little bit. Good catch by our platform crew. Unfortunately, that will be no lift for Boris, but he did successfully hit 195 on his opener, so he will carry on to the bench press event in a few moments. There we go. Philip has joined us. 74 kilo class, open category lifter, 200 kilos on the bar for him. He is 2 for 2 thus far. This is a 5 kilo jump over his second. Oh, there we go. A little bit of work through that mid-range, but 3 white lights. He'll be happy with that. Good attempt selection there. Getting every kilo that you can out of your lifter is always important when coaching. Here comes Seth. 205 kilos going on the bar. Here we go. I like this. 17.5 kilo jump from his opener to his second. 15 kilo jump from his second to his third. I'm a big fan of the big jump. Here we go. Let's see what Seth can do with 205. Oh, all right. stays with it, stands up. Let's just see. Nice. 3 white lights. The bar can pause. The bar can slow down so long as the bar does not start to descend after the lifter has begun the ascent. So sometimes when there's a little bit of a struggle there, it's questionable. There could be a blue card violation depending what the referees say. They are better positioned, of course, to make those calls. But that was a good lift, and that makes us all happy. Job well done. Ricky is coming out now, taking a 5-kilo jump over his second. He's 2 for 2 thus far, 215 kilos loaded on the bar. And he's 3 for 3 on getting the old fist bumps going with the platform crew. Here we go, another methodical setup. The old chest bump to the bar, big fan of that. Oh, just a little too much. Not there today. Good, solid effort. So no lift there. Kiritz is coming out now. 215 kilos loaded on the bar. This is our equipped lifter this morning here at Band of Barbells. This is a 5-kilo jump over his second. He took a 5-kilo jump from his first, which was actually unsuccessful on depth, but he nailed it at 210 on his second. So let's see what he can do with his third. 215 kilos on the bar. Oh, there we go. Fight, fight, fight. Oh, just a bit too much. Unfortunately, that's no lift. Good fight. He'll get that one next time. We are down to the final 3 squats of the F flight. We'll have a 10-minute pause for a good cause after these 3 lifts before re-adjourning for the bench press event. Nahit is coming out, 232.5 kilos loaded on the bar. That's a 5-kilo jump for him over his successful second. He is 2 for 2 on the day thus far. All right, he stands up with it. Let's just see what the referees have to say about that. And unfortunately, as I suspected, that is a depth violation. Unanimous red cards from all 3 referees. So Tyler is coming out. Spotter loader's favorite loading here, same as the last guy, 232.5 kilos on the bar. This represents a 7.5 kilo jump over Tyler's second attempt. He's 2 for 2 thus far on the day. There we go. Bring in the heat, bring in the intensity, getting ready to drive this one home. There we go. Keep going. Little Gene Simmons tongue out at the top of the lift. 3 white lights and an appropriate celly there. A little bow to the head table on the other side. Double fist bump to Coach Lim. Well done. All right, we are at the last squat of the morning session. 255 beautiful metric kilograms being loaded on the bar. Elliot is 2 for 2 thus far. This is a 10-kilo jump over his successful second lift. All right, so spotter loaders jumped in. So our head referee, Sarah Bento de Souza, I think she might believe that the spotter loaders may have jumped a stitch early. So there is a discussion going on here between our platform manager and the left side referee. We will get to the bottom of this, of course. So we'll just keep an eye on this, and I will report back once we know. All right, we are going to have a retake. So what will happen in this situation when a lifter is following themselves on a retake? So a retake is awarded if the chief referee or the president of the jury believes that there was some sort of an error made. So in this instance, our chief referee has decided that she believes the spotter loaders may have jumped a little bit early, so she is awarding a retake. Because the lifter is following himself, 3 minutes of additional time will be added so that the lifter has an opportunity to gain at least a little bit of rest before taking their, well, I guess what will be fourth attempt in some sense. So we'll just wait for the clock to count down. You can see there's 2 minutes and 10 seconds counting down right now. So that's the 3 minutes of extra time that has been awarded before Elliot will come out, if he so chooses, to reattempt 255 kilograms. After Elliot takes this extra attempt, we will have a 10-minute pause. The spotter loaders will set up the platform for the bench press event. We will go back up to the E flight, so the ladies will come out, take all 3 of their bench press attempts. After the ladies have taken all 3 of their attempts, then the men will come out and have all 3 of their bench press attempts. We will take another short pause for a good cause at that point, and then the bar will hit the floor. The party will get started with the deadlift event, and we will follow the same protocol. The ladies from Flight E will take all 3 of their deadlift attempts, followed by the men taking all 3 of theirs, and then we will call it a session at that point. We'll have a little bit of a break, and remember, we are all going to be back here at 3 p.m. for session number 4, the second session of the second day here at the Band of Barbells March Madness OPA Powerlifting Meet. So get some snacks, get some beverages in the fridge, or some warm beverages perhaps. This is second winter here in Canada. Never fall for fake spring, by the way. And we're here all day. Lots of exciting powerlifting here. High quality lifting from this great venue, Band of Barbells, out in Scarborough, Ontario. So we'll just wait 30-odd seconds or so for the additional time clock to unwind. Elliot will come out having been given another attempt at 255 kilograms. All right, here we go. The 3-minute clock has expired. Here comes Elliot. The crowd is entirely on Elliot's side here. Let's see what he can do. Now, it seemed like when the spotter loaders jumped in, it seemed as though he maybe hadn't quite made it to the hardest part of the lift. So hopefully he's got enough energy to finish this off. Oh, nope. Oh, unfortunately, just not quite there today. No lift there. Good catch by the spotter loaders. So that is it for the squat event in the morning session here at Band of Barbells March Madness. Ladies and gents, we're going to take a 10-minute pause for a good cause, and we'll be back with the bench press event. See you back here in a few minutes. This is Hurricane Wayne signing off. We'll see you back here. Welcome back, everybody. Hurricane Wayne coming at you live from Band of Barbells. We are here at the March Madness Ontario Powerlifting Association powerlifting meet. It is the morning session. We are in Flight E. We are about to start the bench press event. We have 2 flights of lifting. The ladies are going to get the ball rolling with the bench press event here in Flight E, and then the men will come out in Flight F. Our first lifter up is Jody Church, representing Back Alley Barbell downtown. She's a Raw Master 176 kilo class lifter. She's opening at 35 kilograms. And we're just getting the finishing touches here on the platform, making sure that everything is as it should be, getting all the referees situated appropriately. And I'm sure we will get the official notification that the bar is loaded in just a short moment. Now, the bench press is arguably the most technical of the 3 power lifts. There are 3 commands involved in the bench press, whereas the squat has but 2 and the deadlift has only 1. So as we progress through the bench press event, I have brought my handy dandy IPF technical rules book with me, so maybe I'll try and go through some of the rules, because I know from experience that there is an unfortunate quantity of misinformation available on the internet, particularly on social media. So we can hopefully address some of those informational problems. But Jody has opened successfully at 35 kilograms, 3 white lights, and I see we have officially arrived at that part of the powerlifting meet where the spotter loaders on either side of the barbell are now racing each other to see which side can get the barbell loaded faster. We are somewhat famous for that, particularly in the Greater Toronto area. The spotter loaders tend to be sort of a relatively small crew of people that you will see again and again at all the various meets, so they like to have a little bit of fun, keeping our lifters safe, keeping the meets moving along at slipstream speed. Here we go, look at that, there we go. Green plate on, green plate on. That's a good lift for Prisma. That is some good loading by our platform crew. And our next lifter is Ashley, Masters 184 plus kilo lifter, opening at 45 kilograms on the bar. Alrighty. The elevator goes up to the top floor. Ashley seemed relatively unbothered by that mass, and that is a good lift with 3 white lights. Jennifer is coming out next. She's an open 84 plus lifter, 65 kilograms being loaded on the bar for her opening bench press.
Loaded for Jennifer.
So we'll see here. We've got Sarah in the center referee chair giving the commands today. So the first command in the bench press is the start command, which will only be given once the lifter has successfully achieved their elected lifting position. So the head must be on the pad, feet flat, butt down. Once the start command is given, the lifter can bring the bar down to their chest. The bar must become motionless before they will receive the press command, at which point they press out. The bar must only ascend. There can be no downward movement of the bar during the ascent phase. The lifter must lock out the barbell, so locked out elbows, motionless at the top, at which point they will get the rack command. Of course, jumping any of those commands, front-running those commands, doing the action before the permission is given will result in red lights with a yellow card violation. Vrinda out here also taking 65 kilograms for a casual ride, 3 white lights, spotter loaders in their element. 67.5 kilos loaded on the bar for Hallie.
Loaded
I've worked platform crew with some of these guys before, and I can tell you the objective is to actually have the bar loaded for the next lifter before the current lifter has finished exiting the platform area. So if you keep an eye on our hardworking platform crew there, you'll notice they will probably be successful at that more times than not. And speaking of success, Hallie takes 67.5 kilos for a gentle little Sunday stroll. 3 white lights for her. And we will move on to Ayla LaBelle, representing Back Alley Barbell Downtown. She's an open 76-kilo lifter, opening at 72.5 kilos. There we go. Nice and smooth. Elevator goes to the top floor. 3 white lights. And Ayla is on the board with a successful bench opener. Mariah is coming out next, representing the host club band of Barbells. She's an open 76-kilo class lifter. 80 kilos being loaded on the bar for her opening bench press. So another important fact about competitive powerlifting is that there are, of course, 3 contested events. We all know that: SBD, squat, bench, and deadlift. Each lifter will be given 3 attempts to record their best lift in each of those 3 disciplines. However, it is important to note that all lifters must successfully complete at least 1 lift in each of the 3 disciplines. So this is where I feel it's very important to get that opening lift in. It sort of removes some of the stress and anxiety that a lifter might feel if they miss the opener, knowing that, ooh, now you're one step closer to not being able to register a total because you get disqualified or bomb out for being unsuccessful in one of the 3 disciplines. But that will, of course, not be a problem with the bench press for Mariah, as she has dunked that one. 3 white lights. And we're down to the bottom of the order in the E flight. Here comes Isabel. 85 kilos on the bar. She's an open 76-kilo lifter, representing adaptive strength and performance. There we go. That's nice and smooth. 3 white lights awarded. And we are off to a good start. Lots of green self-fill on the lifting cast for the first round of bench press with the E flight. We're going back to the top of the order. Jody Church is coming out, representing Back Alley Barbell. 40 keys being loaded on the bar. This will be a competition PR for Jody. I know that Jody has hit 40 kilos in the gym a number of times, and this is a lift that I know is quite important to her, to be able to get this 40 keys on the board in an official competition where those lifts are, of course, being adjudicated by 3 very well-trained Ontario Powerlifting Association referees. All right, liftoff given. Come on, Jodes, let's see it. Drive it up. Oh, downward movement there. So hopefully that was just a little bit of a misgroove, and we can get that on the next attempt. Prisma, however, will be coming out next. She's an open 84 plus lifter. 47.5 kilos being loaded on the bar for Prisma. we go. 3 white lights for Prisma. And she's 2 for 2 now on the bench press event. Ashley is going to join us next. 50 kilos being loaded on the bar. That's a 5-kilo jump over her successful opener at 45 kilos. There we go, Upsy Daisy, locks it out. Waiting for the Wi-Fi to join us, and 3 white lights are awarded to Ashley. Jennifer is coming up next, 70 kilos loaded on the bar. That's a 5-kilo jump over her successful opener at 65. And another nice smooth lift there, duly rewarded with 3 white lights. Hallie will join us shortly, 72.5 kilos going on the bar. This is also a 5-kilo jump over her opener at 67.5. Hallie is representing the Strength Collective. She's an open 84-kilo class lifter. There we go. She seemed relatively unbothered by the mass of that bar. 3 white lights awarded. And Verinda is coming out next. Spotter loader's favorite, same weight on the bar. Just have to adjust the rack heights and the safeties. 72.5 kilos. And here comes Verinda. This is a 7.5 kilo jump over her successful opener. There we go. Verinda's getting 3 white lights for that successful lift. We're down to the last 3 lifters of round 2 here. We've got Ayla coming out, taking a 10-kilo jump. There you go. A nice big jump. 10 kilos, 82.5 loaded on the bar for Ayla. Unfortunately, that is no lift for Ayla. Hopefully that was maybe just a bit of a misgroove coming up off the chest. A little bit of a reset in the back room could hopefully address that. We'll see what happens. But unfortunately, that one is no lift. And we move on. Mariah, 87.5 kilos going on the bar. This is also a 7.5 kilo jump for her. Oh, there we go. Just downright disrespecting that weight. 3 white lights for Mariah. Good lift there. And Izzo's coming up next. 5-kilo jump, 90 kilos being loaded on the bar for Isabel. Drives it up. Nice. There we go. Referees say, as expected, 3 white lights for Izzo, and she's 2 for 2 on the bench. We are moving right along to the last round of bench press for the E flight. The gentleman from flight F will be following the ladies from flight E. Here comes Jody. She was unsuccessful at this weight on her second. I'm hoping it was just maybe a bit of a misgroove coming up off the chest. 40 kilos has been loaded on the bar, so wisely electing to take the same weight again. Ooh, unfortunately, not there today. And genuinely not there today. I have personally seen her lift 40 kilos on more than one occasion in the gym. Sometimes that's the way she goes. First thing in the morning, competition conditions. I'm sure she'll get it next time, though. She'll take 35 kilos from her opening bench. Add that to her successful squat campaign, and we'll see her back here shortly for the deadlift event. But here comes Prisma, 52.5 kilos loaded on the bar. That's a 5 kilo jump over her second, which itself was a 5 kilo jump over her opener. Ooh, bit of a bobble just off the chest there. Unfortunately, no lift. So coming up next, we have Ashley, 55 kilos being loaded on the bar. She's 2 for 2 on the bench event so far. This is another 5 kilo jump.
To change your bench openers. Bar is loaded for Ashley.
Oh. And unfortunately, no lift there. Looked a little bit like the same issue, just a bit of a bobble off the chest, maybe trying to anticipate the press command. But in any event, that's unfortunately no lift. Jennifer will come out and join us in a moment. One shiny red Eleiko competition plate loaded on the bar, 75 kilos. She's 2 for 2 on the bench so far. So let's see if we can stem the tide of this red ink in the lifting cast. We don't like to see red cell fills. We want to see green. So hopefully Jennifer can help us out in that regard. There we go. Locks it out at the top. 3 white lights. We're back in the green on the lifting cast. And Hallie is going to join us next. 77.5 kilos being loaded on the bar. She's an Open 84 lifter representing the Strength Collective. Unfortunately, no lift, just not there today. Same weight on the bar. Verinda is coming out. Spotter loader is just keeping this meat flying along at slipstream speed. Here comes Verinda. She's 2 for 2 on the bench so far. This is a 5 kilo jump over her successful second attempt. Just starting to have some downward motion on the bar, especially on the left side. So 77.5, not a lucky weight this morning. Verinda also unable to press that out. Ayla is coming out next, 82.5 kilos on the bar again. She was unsuccessful at this weight on her second attempt. Hopefully, a little reset in the back room. A little water, a little coffee, a little Gatorade, whatever it takes. Hopefully, she can reset and drive this one home. All right. She locks it out. Let's just see what the referees say. Unfortunately, red lights on yellow card violations, rather, from both side referees. 2-1 against. That will be no lift. A moral victory, but unfortunately not a good lift here at the OPA standard. Mariah is coming out. We have 92.5 kilos loaded on the bar, representing Band of Barbells, the local crowd getting behind her here. She's an open 76-kilo lifter looking to go 3 for 3 on her bench press campaign today here at the Band of Barbells March Madness OPA powerlifting meet. All right, bar goes to the top floor. Referees say 3 white lights. That is a successful lift. So she's 5 for 6 on the day so far, 3 for 3 on the bench. Final bench press of the E flight goes to Izzo. 92.5 kilos loaded on the bar. This is a 2.5 kilo jump over her successful second attempt. After this, we will move immediately into flight F with the 74 and 83 kilo class men. But let us see what Izzo can do with 92.5 keys first. Come on, drive it. Oh, drive. Oh, just a stitch too much today, unfortunately. Shaved 700 grams off of that, I bet you that would have gone up. But unfortunately, just a little too much on the day. We are sliding right on into the F flight. We've got Vincent coming out first, 95 kilos going on the bar. We're just going to get a little housekeeping done here on that pad, get some of the chalk off of the bench from the previous flight. Giving everybody up there on that platform a chance to enjoy a little beverage for a second. And here we go again. Flight F getting off to a good start. We hope. Vincent, 95 kilos. Eagle-eyed viewers out there might recognize Vincent's coach. That's, of course, Kafwe, who is the Canadian national champion in the 83 kilos from Prince Edward Island. Has represented Canada any number of times. And 2-1. That's a good lift. Tagged with 1 yellow card violation on the left side, but 2 white lights is good enough. Wei Ming is coming up next. 110 kilos being loaded on the bar. Now, the bench press, as I indicated previously, arguably the most technical of the 3 power lifts. There are 3 commands as opposed to 2 with the squat and 1 with the deadlift. It also has the greatest number of violations in the IPF rulebook. So the yellow card violations on bench, I call that the catch-all category, as there are 8 different violations that could receive a yellow card from our referees. So maybe we'll go over some of those as we progress through. Wei Ming made very light work of that 110 kilos. And so here comes Philip, having a go at 112.5 kilos. Quick little chit-chat with Nick, our platform manager, vis-a-vis his requirements for a liftoff. Always a good idea for those of you who are fans of getting a liftoff to have that short little conversation. Make sure that you as the lifter and the spotter who's giving you the lift off are on the same page with your requirements, which appears to have been the case here, as Philip seems rather unbothered by the mass of that bar. 3 white lights as the elevator gets up to the top floor. Here comes Jordan, 115 kilograms being loaded on the bar, representing Team Momentum as an 83-kilo open lifter. There we go, nice and smooth, locks it out. 3 white lights, no surprise there. Kirit is coming out. Same 115 kilos loaded on the bar. Kirit, of course, is our sole equipped lifter here in the morning session, representing Afterburn Barbell Club, just sort of up the road and around the corner out here in beautiful Scarborough, Ontario. Now, Kirit is officially registered here as an equipped lifter. He was wearing knee wraps rather than knee sleeves for the squat, but he does not appear to be wearing a bench shirt for his bench press, so a choice has been made there. 2-1 in favor, 1 red light with a yellow card violation, but that's a good lift. And here comes Tyler, representing the home club band of Barbells here, 120 kilos loaded on the bar for his opening bench press. There we go, 3 white lights, nice easy opener for Tyler. Tommy is coming out next, representing Peel Powerhouse. 122.5 keys loaded on the bar. There we go, all smiles coming out of the back room, ready to go. Quick little chin wag with Nick, making sure that we're on the same page vis-a-vis the liftoff. There we go. Smooth like a pair of silk pajamas, 3 white lights, and we will move on very quickly. Same weight on the bar, just a quick little bit of housekeeping, and Seth will join us presently. 122.5 keys on the bar. He's an open 74-kilo lifter.
Bar is loaded for Seth.
There we go. Nice, easy opener for Seth. 3 white lights. And our spotter, spotter loaders. Loading 125 kilos on the bar for Boris.
Bar is loaded for Boris.
There we go. 125 moves like an opener, 2-1 in favor. Red card violation from the center referee. Red card violation in the bench will either be for what we call elbow depth or failing to bring the barbell fully down to the chest. If I had to be a betting man, I would wager that the red card violation in that case was for elbow depth. The specific phrasing of the elbow depth rule is that failure to lower the underside of both elbow joints level with or below the top surface of each respective shoulder joint needs to be achieved, and so our chief referee felt that it was not, but 2 white lights is good enough. And Ricky has joined us now, 127.5 kilos on the bar. He's an open 74 kilo class lifter, getting the replace command. So failing to achieve an acceptable starting position, I believe the call from the side referees was that he was not fully down on the pad, but he's got the start command this time. There we go. So I think we're good there. Oh, has the Wi-Fi gone on vacation? There we go. 2-1. 1 yellow card violation from the left side referee, but 2 white lights is good enough. And so we will move on to Jordan Crooks. 130 kilograms loaded on the bar. And we're looking good. The men are all green ink in the lifting cast scoring app on their openers thus far. Hopefully Jordan, Elliott, and Nahit can keep that trend alive. So maybe now's a good time. We've seen a few yellow card violations. So just to give you an idea of exactly how many technical violations would receive a yellow card. Start with the easy ones. Number 1, incomplete lift. Failing to actually press out the bar. So that's pretty easy. Number 2, failure to comply with any of the requirements contained in the general description of the lift. So that's what I call the all of the above catch-all category. After that, deliberate contact between the bar and the bar rest supports during the lift. So that's if the bar hits the spotter arms. Jordan is good there, 2-1. Any contact of the lifter's feet with the bench or its supports. You cannot, in any IPF-related federation, have your feet touching the pad of the bench while you're getting in position or at any point during the lift. This varies from some of the other federations that are out there, but certainly here in the OPA, which is under the flag of Canada Powerlifting, which is itself under the flag of the International Powerlifting Federation, feet on the pad is no bueno, and you will receive well, first you'll be told to start your setup again if you're doing it during your setup, and if your feet touch any of the bench base, you will get a yellow card. Contact with the bar or the lifter by the spotter loaders between the signals in order to make the lift easier, so that's pretty rare, but it does happen once in a blue moon. Any change in the elected lifting position during the lift proper. So this is another one of those catch-alls where if your head comes up, if your butt comes up, if your feet come up off the ground, any of those will get you a yellow card. Elliott was successful with his opener at 132.5. Nahit coming out for 135. And finally, 2 more yellow card violations with the bench. Failure to observe the chief referee's signals, so jumping any of the commands, in other words. And finally, heaving or sinking the bar after it has been motionless on the chest. So you're not allowed to basically sink the bar after the press command has been given. That's kind of almost like a downward movement. So there we go. Nahit is good. 3 white lights. We've gone through the laundry list of yellow card violations, and it's time to get our second attempts underway for Flight F with the men. Vincent is coming out first, 100 kilos being loaded on the bar. There we go. Elevator makes it to the top floor by a 2-1 margin. That is a good lift. Yellow card violation from the left side. Wei Ming is coming out next. He's an open 83 lifter, 115 kilos loaded on the bar.
Nice second attempt there. Good lift. Jordan is up next.
That's a good lift. 115 kilos goes in the books. Jordan Liu coming up next. 5 kilo jump over his opener. 120 kilos loaded on the bar. Okay. Little bit of a slowdown in the middle. What do the referees say? 3 white lights. The bar can slow down. The bar can even pause so long as the entirety of the bar does not descend during the ascent phase of the bench press. And so our referees have decided all of those conditions were satisfied and Jordan gets a good lift. Here comes Philip taking a 7.5 kilo jump over his opener, 120 kilos loaded on the bar. There we go. That's a nice looking lift. Referees concur. 3 white lights and 122.5 being loaded on the bar now for Kirit. 7.5 kilo jump over his successful opener. There we go. Looks like a good lift. Ooh, however, the opinion that matters has disagreed. Yellow card violations from both of the side refs there. That is no lift, unfortunately. So we'll see what Kirit puts in for his third, but we will move on to Tyler, who is also taking a 7.5 kilo jump, 127.5 loaded on the bar.
Bar is loaded for Tyler.
Ooh. Seemed like perhaps a bit of a misgroove off the chest. I think that's what he's saying to Lim, his coach over there in the coach's box. So we'll see what they do next. But that is no lift.
Bar is loaded for Tommy.
Tommy is coming out next. 130 kilos on the bar, representing Peel Powerhouse. He's an open 83 lifter. Whoopsie daisy. Referees say 3 white lights. That is a good lift for Tommy. Seth coming out, same weight, 130 kilos. Spotter loader's quite happy about not having to move any plates there. And here we go. There we go. 130 kilos is in the history books. 3 white lights for Seth. Nicely done. Ricky is coming up next. 5 kilo jump for him. 132.5 on the bar. There we go. Getting that good mojo going with the platform crew. That was smooth. 2 white lights awarded. Yellow card from the left side referee, but that will be a good lift going into the books. Boris is next, same weight, 132.5. This is a 7.5 kilo jump over his successful opener. Ooh, jumped the command. I think he realized it a little too late. So unfortunately no lift there. But Boris will have one more attempt, so hopefully he can recalibrate in the back room, come out and get that on his 3rd attempt. But before that happens, we've got Jordan coming out next. 137.5 kilos being loaded on the bar for Jordan. That's a 7.5 kilo increment over his successful opener at 130. Oh, nice and smooth. Referees say 3 white lights. 137.5 again on the bar. Here comes Elliot. Same weight, plus 5 kilo increment over his successful opener. Second last bench press of the second round of the F flight. Ooh, that looks nice. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights for Elliott, bringing us to the bottom of the second round. Nahit coming out, 140 kilos loaded on the bar. This is a 5 kilo jump over his successful opener. There we go.
Another easy second attempt. And
3 white lights, and that brings us to the end of the second round of the bench press event in Flight F. Round 3 coming up, top of the order. Vincent is coming out next, taking 105 kilos. That's another 5 kilo jump over his successful second.
bar is loaded for Vincent, 105 kilos.
There we go. Elevator goes to the top floor. 3 white lights awarded. Low-key Selly over in the coach's box with Kafui. And we will move on. We have Peter coming out next. 120 kilos being loaded on the bar. That's a 5 kilo jump over his second. He's 2 for 2 thus far on the bench press event. There we go. Drives it up, locks it out. 3 white lights awarded. Jordan will join us presently, taking a modest 2.5 kilo jump, 122.5 loaded on the bar. Come on, Jordan, let's see it. Come on, drive it up, Jordan. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! A moral victory at the very least. Let's see what the referees say. Oh! And a moral victory will have to suffice today, unfortunately. Yellow card violations from both of the side referees.
25 kilos going on bar.
But we'll see Jordan back here for the deadlift event shortly. Kirat is coming out, 125 loaded on the bar. He opened successfully at 115, took a 7.5 kilo jump, was unsuccessful on his second at 122.5, has elected to go up 2.5 kilos regardless. So this is, of course, the smallest incremental jump that is permitted unless a lifter is attempting a record. So we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully he is successful on his third at 125. And that looks pretty good to me. Let's see what the referees say. There we go. The opinion that matters agrees. 3 white lights. Redemption for Kirat at 125. And we move on to Philip. Spotter loader's favorite. No change of the plates. 125 is loaded for Philip. A 5 kilo jump over his successful second. He is 2 for 2 in the bench press event thus far. Driving it up. Oh, a nice fight. Brings it up to the top floor. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. Victory indeed. Well done, sir. So next up, we've got Tyler coming out, representing the home club Band of Barbells. He is retaking 127.5 kilos. He was unsuccessful at this weight on his last attempt. Here's hoping we can right the ship and get this into the green ink column on the lifting cast. Come on, Tyler, let's see it. Go, bring in the heat, bring in the intensity. Start command is given, brings it down to the chest. Driving it up. Oh, a little asymmetric and just a stitch heavy today. 450 grams less, and I bet you that would have gone up, but unfortunately that's a no-go. Today we have Boris coming out next. Similar situation. He missed 132.5 on his last attempt, has wisely elected to retake the same weight for his third. He did successfully complete 125 on his opener, so here's hoping he can get those extra 7.5 kilos towards his subtotal and total. Let's take a look, see what Boris can do with 132.5. He's an open 74 kilo class lifter. Alrighty, here we go. Starting position achieved. Pressing up. Oh, just a stitch too much. Unfortunately, no go today. But 125 kilos from his opener will carry through towards his subtotal and total, and we'll see Boris back here for the deadlift event in a little while. Seth is joining us next. 135 kilos on the bar. That's a 5 kilo jump over his second. And he opened successfully at 7.5 kilos less than that. Let's see if he can go 3 for 3 on the bench press event here at Band of Barbells March Madness. Oh, unfortunately, no go today. Ricky will join us shortly. 137.5 kilos going on the bar. Ricky is 2 for 2 on the bench press thus far, and this is a 5 kilo jump over his second. Here we go. Ricky, a big fan of getting that positive mojo going with the platform crew. Fist bumps all around. You like to see that. There we go. Elevator goes to the top floor. Referees say 2-1 margin. That's a good lift. Blue card violation from the center referee, but of course 2 white lights is good enough. And here comes Tommy to take the same weight. 137.5 kilos loaded on the bar. we go. Good fight. Elevator gets to the top floor. Referees. 3 white lights for Tommy. Good lift. Well done, sir. We are down to the final 3 lifts of the bench press event for the morning session here at Band of Barbells March Madness. Jordan is coming out, followed by Elliot, both taking 142.5 kilos, and then Nahit will take us into the break with 145. Jordan is 2 for 2 on the bench thus far. This is a 5 kilo jump over his successful second attempt. Now, depending on what you may have just seen from your angle on the camera, you would have noticed Jordan's feet were up in the air, hovering above the bench. That is permitted in the IPF. It's important to note, however, that you are not permitted to have your feet actually touch the bench in terms of setting up your arch. But feet over the bench is okay, just not on the bench. He drives it up. Oh, locks it out. That looks good. What do the referees say? 2-1 margin. That is a good lift. Yellow card violation from the left side referee. But that will be a good lift going into the books. Elliot coming out taking the same 142.5 kilo barbell for a ride. Here comes Elliot. Let's see what he can do. And unfortunately, not quite there today. It seems that the owners of Band of Barbells did in fact pay their gravity bill this month, and that is working against the interests of some of our lifters here in the third round of the bench press event. But this brings us to the final bench press of the morning session. 145 beautiful metric kilograms loaded on the bar. 2 red and a green Eleiko calibrated competition plate. Let's see what Nahit can do before we take a short pause for a good cause and get the bench press event, or sorry, the deadlift event rather, started. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what we like to see. Let's just verify. 3 white lights awarded. That is a good lift. And that brings us to the end of the bench press event in session 1, Flight F, day 2 here of the Band of Barbells March Madness powerlifting meet. The party's going to get started when the barbell hits the floor for the deadlift event in just under 10 minutes. We're going to take a short pause for a good cause. This is Hurricane Wayne coming to you live from Band of Barbells. We'll see you back here in about 9.5 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hurricane Wayne coming to you live from Band of Barbells. We are here at the Ontario Powerlifting Association's March Madness powerlifting meet. This is day 2, session number 1. We have got the E-Flight coming out to take their deadlifts in just a few short seconds. Our first lifter up will be Prisma, opening at 105 kilograms on the bar. Just as soon as we get all of the meet personnel back to stations here. This is for anyone who's ever been on the working side of a powerlifting meet, you know, there's always a bit of a lineup for the washrooms at the break time, so it can sometimes take a second for everybody to get back. But we seem to have everybody in place now, so we can get this party started now that the barbell has hit the floor. 105 kilos on the bar for Prisma. There we go. Very tidy, very businesslike. And 3 white lights for Prisma. Jody is coming up next. 107.5 kilos loaded on the bar for Jody. There we go. Also tidy, also businesslike, also 3 white lights for Jody. Job well done. Ashley will join us shortly. 110 kilos loaded on the bar. So again, for those who might be new to the competitive side of powerlifting, it's important to note that there are, of course, 3 contested events, the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. Each lifter gets 3 attempts at each of those 3 lifts, but it is imperative that every lifter successfully completes at least one of each of the squat, bench, and deadlift. So at this point, everybody who is hitting their opening deadlift is what we call securing their total, making sure that they don't get disqualified or bomb out by failing to get at least one successful lift in each of the 3. Everybody has managed thus far to get at least one successful squat and one successful bench press. Speaking of success, Ashley was successful there at 110. We've got Ayla now coming out to open at 130 kilos. There we go. Taking the express elevator to the top floor. 3 white lights awarded. Total is secured. Jennifer will join us shortly. 135 kilos being loaded on the bar. There we go. Blink and you might miss it, as I did, but 3 white lights have appeared on the screen, so I am feeling like that was a good lift. Vrinda is joining us now, also at 135 kilos loaded on the bar. There we go. Nice double overhand hook grip. 3 white lights as that bar gets to the top floor. And Hallie is coming out. 162.5 kilos being loaded on the bar for Hallie. She's an open 84 lifter representing the Strength Collective.
Bar is loaded for Hallie.
There we go. 3 white lights, and we're down to the last 2 opening deadlifts of the E flight. Izzo is coming out 170 kilos loaded on the bar.
Bar is loaded for Isabel.
There we go. That's smooth. Just waiting for the computer to tell us what we already knew. 3 white lights. Mariah will bring us to the bottom of the order. Round 1 of the deadlift event in Flight E here at Band of Barbells, March Madness 185 kilograms being loaded on the bar.
Bar is loaded for Mariah.
There we go. Elevator makes it to the top floor. 3 white lights, and we've got a nice little column of green ink in the lifting cast scoreboard app. All of our Flight E lifters have secured their totals. Nobody is bombing out. That's what we like to see. Top of the order, round 2 of the deadlift event. Jody will join us momentarily. 112.5 kilograms loaded on the bar. There we go. Good fight. Good fight. There we go. Locks it out. Let's just confirm. 2-1. Good lift. Red light with a red card violation from the left side referee. A red card violation in the deadlift is basically for lockout, either failure to lock the knees at the completion of the lift or failure to stand erect with the shoulders back. So one of those two was the issue, but 2 white lights is good enough, and Prisma has now joined us. 115 kilos loaded on the bar. That's a 10 kilo jump over her successful opener. There we go. That looks good to me, but let's check in on the opinion that matters. And the referees concur. 3 white lights for Prisma. Ashley will join us shortly. 10 kilo jump over her successful opener. 120 kilos loaded on the bar. There we go. Locking it out. That should be good. Let's just see. 3 white lights. Job well done. Ayla is coming out next, representing Back Alley Barbell downtown. Open 76 kilo lifter. 140 kilograms being loaded on the bar.
Bar is loaded for Ayla. Woo! Let's go, Ayla!
There we go. Let's just verify the result with our referee friends. 2-1. Good lift. Red card violation from the center referee. Again, that would be either for soft knees or failing to stand erect with the shoulders fully back. But 2 white lights is good enough to carry the day. And we will watch Jennifer next, taking a hearty 15 kilo jump. 150 kilos loaded on the bar after successfully taking 135 for a ride. Whoa. Once again, blink and you could miss it. There we go. Speed rep for 3 white lights. Let's keep an eye on what they load for her final deadlift. Vrinda coming out, also taking the same 15 kilo jump that we just watched Jennifer successfully execute. Hopefully we get the same result. The bar is loaded. Let's see what Vrinda can do here. There we go. Bar makes it up to the top floor. Let's just verify. Yeah, 2-1 against. We've got a red card violation and a blue card violation. So the red card will be for something at the lockout, either failure to lock knees or failure to stand erect with the shoulders back. Blue card violation will be for either downward movement
Bar is loaded for Hallie.
downward movement of the bar or supporting the bar on the thighs. So, unfortunately, that's no lift. Let's move on to Hallie here. 170 kilos loaded on the bar for her, representing the Strength Collective as an open 84 lifter.
Easy work there.
There you go. That's a good lift. That was an additional 7.5 kilos added to her total. Izzo will be joining us next with 180 kilos going on the bar. That's a 10 kilo jump over her opener.
Bar is loaded for Isabel.
Go, Izzo, come on.
There we go. Nicely done. 3 white lights for Izzo. 180 goes into the books. Mariah brings us to the bottom of the order in round 2 of the deadlift event, Flight E at Band of Barbells March Madness. 195 kilos being loaded on the bar. That's a 10 kilo jump over her opener. Let's see how this one goes. There we go, locking in. All right, locks it out at the top. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, another 10 kilos added to her total. Here we go. Third and final deadlifts of the E flight. After the E flight, of course, we'll have the men from the F flight coming out to take all 3 of their deadlifts. Jody Church, representing Back Alley Barbell, is going to come out to attempt 115 kilograms. And of course, this is the third and final round of deadlifts. And so in accordance with the IPF technical rules, you will notice that our intrepid spotter loader crew will be cleaning the bar between every single lifter because the rule book says so. 115 kilos loaded for Jody. Yeah, drive it up, keep going. All right, elevator to the top floor. What do the referees say? 2-1. Red card violation from the left side referee at the lockout, but 2 white lights is good enough, and Jody goes 3 for 3 on the deadlift event. Ashley will join us next. 122.5 kilos being loaded. That's a 2.5 kilo increase over her successful second lift. She is 2 for 3 thus far on the deadlift.
Bar is loaded for Ashley. Let's make some noise for Ashley.
There we go. Lockout achieved. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights and a nice finish to the day. Lots of green ink here in the deadlift event on Flight E. Prisma coming up next. Same weight on the bar, 122.5 kilos. The bar freshly cleaned with the assistance of our platform manager, Nick. And here comes Prisma for her 9th and final lift of the morning session. There we go. Nice and control. Descent on the bar just to make sure. 3 white lights. And a nice finish to the day for Prisma. Here comes Ayla, 145 kilos being loaded on the bar.
Flight F, you have 3 lifters left to change your deadlift openers. Bar is loaded for Ayla. Let's go! You got this!
All right, Ayla is 2 for 2 on the deadlift event thus far. Here's hoping for a nice unanimous result in deadlift land. 145, grips the bar. Oh, just a little too much gravity in the room today. No lift there, but walks off the platform with a smile. So all's well that ends well. Let's move a little bit more weight on the bar. Here we go. This is interesting. Vrinda opened at 135 successfully, took a 15-kilo jump, missed that lift, has elected to increase 7.5 kilos anyway. So 157.5 loaded on the bar. High risk, high reward. Let's see what Vrinda can do here. The queen of the double overhand hook grip. There we go. Oh, no. All right, moral victory. Let's see what the referees say, though. And as I kind of suspected, blue card violations, supporting the bar on the thighs and or downward movement of the bar. So unfortunately, that's no lift. We'll move on to Jennifer. We've got the last 4 deadlifts of the E-flight coming up. 165 kilos loaded on the bar. Jennifer took a 15-kilo jump from her opener to her second and is taking another 15-kilo jump. You may recall that she has been making these deadlifts look really easy, taking the express elevator to the top floor. Hopefully that trend can continue, and it does. There we go. Put some weight on the bar, as we like to say in training. 3 white lights for Jennifer. No surprise there. Well done. Nice end to the day for her. Final 3 deadlifts of the E-flight. Here we go. Hallie, 177.5 kilos being loaded on the bar for this open 84-kilo lifter representing the Strength Collective. And there we go. The bar is clean. The bar is loaded. And here she comes. There we go. Happy lifter, 3 white lights. The local crowd is enthusiastic in their support for Hallie. Well done. So, the penultimate deadlift of the E-flight here in the morning session, Band of Barbells March Madness, 187.5 beautiful metric kilograms loaded on the bar for Izzo.
Bar is loaded for Isabel. Put your hands down.
Here we go.
You got it. Let's go. You got it.
Lock it out. All right, let's just verify the result. Oh, unfortunately, blue card violations all around, supporting on the thighs and or downward movement of the bar. So no lift there for Izzo. Final deadlift of the E-flight, 76-kilo open female lifter, 200 double century kilograms loaded on the bar. Let's see what Mariah can do with this, representing the home club Band of Barbells. being coached by Mia over there in the coach's box. Getting psyched up, getting locked in. Here we go.
Got it. Got it.
There we go. Still moving. Keep driving. Keep driving. Grinding it out. Still going. Still going. All right. Achieves the lockout. The crowd goes absolutely nuts. Let's just verify what the referees have to say. Oh, a moral victory will have to suffice. That'll be a gym PR, but unfortunately 2-1 against blue card violations, supporting on the thighs. I had a bit of a feeling that might happen. There was a little bit of flexion in the knees as the bar was coming up over the knees, and you could sort of see, especially from the side angle, sometimes that does engender a blue card response from the referees. But a heroic effort nonetheless, a moral victory, probably a gym PR, and I'm sure she can clean that up and get that into the green column the next time that she competes. But for now, that is it for the E-Flight. The women are done for the session. The men are coming out. We've got Tommy opening things up. First deadlift, 165. There you go. Very tidy, very businesslike. And 3 white lights for Tommy. We've got Vincent coming up next, 182.5 kilos being loaded on the bar.
Bar is loaded for Vincent.
Oh, there you go. Speed rep for the opener.
You missed it. That was fast.
3 white lights for Vincent. Total secured for the day.
On the board.
And Kiritz is coming out next. Same 182.5 kilos loaded on the bar. Spotter loaders, of course, will tighten those competition collars. And here comes Kirit. The bar is loaded. There we go, another nice tidy speed rep. And, oh, 2 white lights, still that's good enough. Red card violation from the left side referee, finding something faulty with the lockout, but 2-1 is good enough. And here comes Jordan, 192.5 kilograms loaded on the bar for Jordan. This being Jordan Crooks, of course. We have 2 Jordans in this flight. Jordan Crooks is joining us now. Jordan Liu will be here in a few short minutes. There we go. That looks pretty textbook to me. Referees are satisfied. 3 white lights for Jordan. And here comes Philip next. 195 kilos being loaded on the bar.
Bar is loaded for Philip.
There we go. That's another nice smooth opener. 3 white lights awarded by the referees. And we will see Seth out here in just a few short moments. 200 kilos being loaded on the bar for his opening deadlift.
Bar is loaded for Seth.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, 3 white lights, and Seth has secured his total for the day. Jordan Liu will join us shortly, representing Team Momentum, opening at 210 kilos.
Bar is loaded for Jordan.
There we go, nice lift. 210 kilos goes into the books, 3 white lights, and we will be joined by Ricky shortly with 212.5 kilograms loaded on the bar. Here we go, we're gonna get the old fist bump with the spotter loader crew, getting that mojo going. Okay, bar goes up. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. 212.5 goes in the books for Ricky, and we will shortly be joined by Boris, opening his deadlift account with 215 kilograms.
Bar is loaded for Boris.
There we go. Elevator arrives at the top floor. Referees say 2-1. That is a good lift. Blue card violation from the right side referee. Could be either for supporting on the thighs or a perception of some downward movement, but 2 white lights is good enough, and Nahit will join us. Also spending a little bit of quality time with 215 kilograms here. There we go. Pretty much a textbook sumo pull there. 3 white lights. And Tyler will join us. Also 215 kilos loaded on the bar. Quick turnaround there. Bar is loaded, and here comes Tyler. There we go. 3 white lights for Tyler. Well done, sir. Here comes Peter taking 4 beautiful red Eleiko calibrated plates for a ride. 225 kilos being dutifully loaded on the bar by our spotter loader crew. And the bar is loaded. Here comes Peter.
Bar is loaded for Peter.
Go on, Peter! Let's go!
There we go. Bar goes to the top floor. Referees respond with 3 white lights, and that's an additional 10 kilo. That's an additional 225 rather kilos towards his total. And Elliot will round out the first set of deadlifts in the F flight. 232.5 kilos loaded on the bar. It is a veritable sea of green cell fills in the lifting cast. Let us hope this trend can persist. There we go. Controls the bar on the way down to secure those 3 white lights. And Elliot is in the books. All of our F flight lifters have secured their totals. And we're going back to the top of the order. Second round of deadlifts in the F flight here at Band of Barbells March Madness OPA powerlifting meet. Tommy's coming out, taking a 12.5 kilo jump, 177.5 kilos loaded on the barbell. There we go. A little bit of a freight elevator approach to that one, but 3 white lights upon arriving at the top floor. Nonetheless, that is a good lift for Tommy, who adds another 12.5 kilos to his total. And we now have Kirit coming out, also taking a 12.5 kilo jump, 195 kilos loaded on the bar. Again, this is our equipped lifter. He did wear knee wraps rather than knee sleeves for his squats. I don't believe he's been wearing what we would consider equipped gear since then. This does appear to be just a classic singlet rather than a single ply.
Easy second attempt.
There we go. 195 keys goes in the books, 3 white lights, and we will shortly be joined by Vincent taking a 15 kilo jump, 197.5 going on the bar.
Bar is loaded for Vincent.
All right, the bar does make it to the top floor. Let's just see what the referees say. 2-1. That is good enough. Right side referee seeing a blue card violation, but 2 white lights will carry the day. That's a good lift. And we have Jordan Crooks joining us shortly. 205 kilograms being loaded on the bar. Big Nick giving us just a little clean on the barbell, a little housekeeping up there, a little vacuuming, keeping everything neat and tidy in accordance with the IPF rulebook before our next lifter joins us. Here we go. The bar is loaded. 205. Here comes Jordan.
Let's go, Jordan. It's all yours, man. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Let's go, buddy. Good. Yep.
Referees say 3 white lights. Nicely done, Jordan. Philip will join us presently. 207.5 kilos being loaded on the bar. That's a 12.5 kilo jump over his successful opener. There we go. Slow and steady often wins the race, and this appears to be the case. 3 white lights for Philip. And now Seth will join us. 215 kilos loaded on the bar. That's a 15 kilo jump over his successful opener. Let's see what he can do with this. There we go. Locks it out. Referees say 2-1 red card violation for lockout from our center referee. 2 white lights will carry the day, and Ricky will join us shortly. 222.5 on the bar. That's a 10 kilo jump. And here we go. Fist bumps all around, I suspect. Except for the one time that I predicted, and then that's, of course, the time that he doesn't do it. Barbell goes up. Referees say 2-1 against. I did have a suspicion that the shoulders might not have been back. Side referees do tend to have the best view on that. Yeah, and our technical controller, Carol Brady, who is a N1 national level referee, is explaining to the lifter why those red cards were awarded. So hopefully he can clean that up on his third and final attempt. But Boris will join us next for beautiful, shiny red competition Eleiko plates, 225 kilos loaded. This is a 10 kilo increment over his successful opener at 215. Oh, the express elevator, or the freight elevator. Oh, he's still moving. Oh, the crowd's getting behind him. Can he get it locked out? Oh, just can't quite get to the lockout. Oh, that was a great attempt. Good fight. 2 reds and a yellow card violation there. Unfortunately, no lift. Tyler is coming out. Same situation, 225 on the bar, same 10 kilo jump over his opener. And we're just going to give that a little bit of a cleaning. So I believe there might be a little bit of blood on the bar. This does happen occasionally. These competition powerlifting barbells that we use in IPF affiliated federations generally have fairly aggressive knurling. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, even with deadlift socks on, you can sometimes actually cut your shins through your deadlift socks, believe it or not. So our intrepid spotter loader crew has attended to this issue. Tyler will join us now. 225 kilos loaded on the bar. Unfortunately, just a little too much gravity on the planet today.
That time he still got
That
one more attempt.
did not move. He does have one more opportunity to try that weight, so perhaps we can right the ship on our last attempt.
Bar is
But before that happens, Nahit will come out, 227.5 kilos loaded on the bar.
easy peasy there. That is
3 white lights, good lift for Nahit. And Jordan Liu will join us now. 232.5 kilograms on the bar, 22.5 kilo jump. It is full send time here on the second attempt. Let's get behind Jordan. Hopefully he can nail this and then add even a little bit more weight to his total with his third and final attempt in a few minutes after this one. Here we go. Drive, 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 drive. Oh, the freight elevator gets to the top floor. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. What a grind. Nicely done, Jordan. We'll keep an eye on that, see what they put in for the third attempt. I don't know that there's a whole ton of room to move after that. But before we get too worried about that, Peter is coming out 240 kilos on the bar. That's a 15 kilo jump over his successful opener. There we go. Let's see what the referees say. Had a sneaking suspicion there may have been some technical violations there. 2 red lights from the left and center referee, which I believe would be for soft knees. Carol Brady, our technical controller, seems to be explaining exactly that. And I think there was a blue card violation from the right side, so probably for supporting on the thighs, or perhaps the referee saw some downward movement in the bar, but unanimous red lights. Hopefully he can tidy that up. He's got one more attempt at it. Elliot is now joining us, 245 kilos on the bar. Driving it up, good fight, good fight, good fight. Still moving, walks it out. There we go. Controls the bar down. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights. That's what you like to see. Good fight, good lift. And we are back up to the top of the order. Third and final deadlifts. Final deadlifts of the morning session here at Band of Barbells March Madness. Again, this is the final set of deadlifts of the session, so the platform crew will clean that barbell after each and every single lifter in accordance with the IPF technical rulebook. We appear to be more or less ready. Tommy is going to come out. He has elected to attempt 185 kilograms. That's a 7.5 kilo jump over his successful second. He's 2 for 2 on the deadlift thus far. Here's hoping he can maintain that trend. Ooh. A little bit heavy today, a little too much gravity on the planet. That's no lift, but he goes 8 for 9 on the day. And Kiret will join us next. 202.5 going on the bar. That's a 7.5 kilo jump over his successful second attempt.
That first one was kind of like, it was okay. But I know you can do better for third deadlifts. All right, show me what you got. The bar is loaded for Vincent. No, for Kira.
There we go. Kiret steps up, 202.5, representing Afterburn Barbell Club from just up the street and around the corner. Drives it up. Locks it out. Looks pretty good to me. What do the referees say? 3 white lights and a successful conclusion to the day. A little bit of gratitude to the referees. Always nice to see. And Vincent will join us shortly. 210 kilos being loaded on the bar. That is a 12.5 kilo jump over his second after having taken a 15 kilo jump from his opener to his second. Looking to finish the day 3 for 3 on the deadlift just as soon as our spotter loader crew gets that barbell nice and spick and span.
Kilos on the bar here. Bar is loaded for Vincent. Let me hear you make some noise for Vincent, please.
So it would appear as though this lifter is electing to time out, so he's not going to come out for his lift. However, in accordance with the IPF rulebook, we do have to let the 1 minute clock count down. We have about 20 seconds left for that. So Jordan Crooks will be joining us shortly with 215 kilos that will be loaded on the barbell for him. That will be a 10 kilo jump over his successful second, but we are duty bound, of course, to just let this 1 minute clock expire before any of that fantastic action should see the light of day.
All right, obviously.
There we go. There's our speedy platform crew getting the barbell loaded for our next lifter. Even though, oh, I guess we're not going to. Never mind. The barbell is considered to have been cleaned enough the last time that we can forego the formality.
We just skip somebody. We skip Jordan Crooks.
All right, just a little bit of a technical issue here. The confusers are confusing. The tricknology is tricking. But we do seem to be up and running now. Here comes Jordan to round out his campaign here at the Band of Barbells March Madness OPA Powerlifting Meet. 215 beautiful metric kilograms loaded on the bar for Jordan. I've got a good feeling about this. There we go. Come on, keep going. Lock it out. Controls the bar down. Referees, 3 white lights awarded. Successful completion to Jordan's campaign here. Well done, sir. Philip will join us presently. The same 215 kilos loaded on the bar. Big Nick giving that bar a quick cleaning for us and rolling it back into place. Bar is loaded. Here comes Philip. Oh, unfortunately, a little too much gravity on the planet this morning out here in Scarborough. Bar stapled to the ground, but 8 for 9 on the day. That's getting an appreciative response from our audience here at Band of Barbells. Next lifter up will be Ricky. 222.5 being loaded on the bar. He missed this on his second attempt, so we'll attempt the same weight again. Let's see how this goes.
Bar is loaded for Ricky.
Here we go. Let's get that fist bump. Not gonna lie, he didn't fist bump the platform crew last time, and he missed the lift. Now, we know correlation is not causation, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he did fist bump this time, and therefore he will get this lift. Please don't make a liar out of me. Let's see a nice, strong finish for Ricky here. nails it, I think. Let's just see what the referees say. And the magic fist bump, get that good mojo working, and you get the 3 lights. Nicely done, Ricky. Good conclusion to his day. And also showing some gratitude to the referees. Now, let's hope that this can start a little trend, because we have 3 lifters in a row who failed their second attempts. Ricky has come out and successfully completed his third. Boris is in a similar situation. He opened at 215 successfully, jumped 10 kilos, failed 225, has elected to retake 225. So let's hope we can right the ship here and finish the day on a positive note. Come on now, Boris, let's see it. Oh, unfortunately, just not there today. A little bit too much gravity on planet Earth for that 225 kilo attempt. So we will move on. Same weight on the bar, giving the bar a little cleaning. And our next lifter up will be Tyler, 225 kilos loaded on the bar.
Protein shakes, protein powder, protein bars, anything like that, go check out Bulldog Marco. Bar is
all right, the bar is loaded. We have 225 kilos loaded up. Tyler will join us shortly for his final lift of the day. Oh, he's all right. This can happen occasionally. You get all of that force production going and the grip gives out, and that force has to go somewhere, and sometimes it causes the lifter to wind up on the floor, but he is uninjured, seemingly unperturbed by that, and we shall carry on. Seth is coming out next, 227.5 kilos being loaded on the bar. We have 5 deadlifts remaining in the morning session. Here comes Seth, 227.5, hoping to end his day with a nice 3-for-3 deadlift campaign. Oh. Once again, the gravity bill has been paid, and just a little bit too much force from the planet Earth, a little too much resistance, rather, from the planet Earth. And we will move on. Jordan Liu is coming out after that heroic 22.5 kilo jump from his opener to his second. He is taking another 7.5 kilo jump, 240 kilos loaded on the bar. Spotter loaders are going to be happy with this, as the next 3 lifters are all currently scheduled to take 240 kilos. Keeping in mind that lifters do get 2 changes on third attempt deadlifts in a 3-lift meet. So if there should be perhaps any aspirations to achieve the podium, we might see a change, but otherwise the spotter loaders will be pretty happy with not moving plates for a couple of minutes. Jordan is, little too much today. Had an absolutely fantastic second lift with a 22.5 kilo increment, but 240 is no go. Peter is coming up next. This is his second attempt at 240. He opened successfully at 225. 240 was unsuccessful. Let's see if a little bit eager there. There we go. The bar is now officially loaded. He's bringing the hype. Come on, let's see a nice, successful conclusion to the day here, Peter. It's moving. Oh, he gets it. Locked out. Let's see what the referees say, though.
Let's see.
Oh, I had a funny feeling. 3 red card violations. It felt like the knees probably weren't locked there. But a moral victory, probably a gym PR, and I'm sure he can get that tidied up in advance of his next competition. Nahit is coming out. This is our penultimate lift of the morning session. 240 kilos again. This is a 12.5 kilo jump over his second, which, if memory serves, moved quite smoothly. So let's hope he can finish with a 3 for 3 on the deadlift. Drives it up, locks it out. Referees say 3 white lights. There we go. The final deadlift of the morning session is now upon us. Our hardworking spotter loaders are loading up 250 beautiful metric kilograms on the bar. Elliot is going to come out. He's 2 for 2 thus far on the deadlift, 232.5 opener, jumped 12.5 to 245. Now taking another 5 kilo jump for his final lift of the day. Let's hope we can finish this on a positive note. Hopefully the crowd gets behind this final lift.
For Elliot.
Drive it up, drive it. Oh, stalled out halfway up, unfortunately. No lift. Ladies and gentlemen, lifting enthusiasts of all ages, that brings us to the end of the morning session. Quick shout out to everybody. Spotter loaders, thank you so much. All of the other volunteers. Twin Sons Media, thank you so much for letting me talk into a microphone, demonstrating a great degree of bravery on their behalf to put a microphone in front of my face, unfiltered and uncensored. CP Athletics is here today, as is Pixels by Nicole, Bulldog Performance Nutrition, and Bobatine. We will be back here, ladies and gents, at 3 p.m. for the final session of the day from Band of Barbells March Madness. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hurricane Wayne. Thanks for joining us here. We'll see you later on today for the final session of the meet. Take care, everybody.
regional awards, and then we'll do our best overall awards. So we are going to start with our, oh, do we have Dan? Dan here? Oh, Dan's not here. Okay, wait. Okay, well, as Dan is coming up, I'm just getting ahead of myself a little bit. As Dan is making his way to the platform, which I'm sure he is, there he is, we're going to start with the Women's Raw Master 1 76 kilo weight class division. And in first place, representing Back Alley Barbell, we have Jody.
Jones! Woo, Jones!
Masters 1's lifters are aged 40 to 49. Congratulations, Kira. All right, one more